Residents and businesses in Gauteng are warned to brace themselves for another water disruption. The residents, are urged to store enough water in preparation for the upcoming one-month planned maintenance to be undertaken by Rand Water. Now, according to the water utility, it will be embarking on a 37-day maintenance regime that will see water disruptions hitting parts of Gauteng. Rand Water says the proactive infrastructure maintenance is important to preserve the quality and integrity of the infrastructure, reduce maintenance costs in the long term, and increase the lifespan of the infrastructure and assets. For more on Rand Water's maintenance plan, let's have a conversation now with Rand Water spokesperson, Makenosi Maroo. Good to have you. Thank you very, very much for joining us here on Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne, and good morning to Morning Live viewers.
This is quite an unprecedented amount of time that Rand Water has sort of decided to embark on this maintenance plan. From, I think the dates are the 22nd of June to the 29th of July. Talk to us about how residents of Gauteng should start bracing themselves for water outages if this does happen.
Right. Thanks for the opportunity, Leanne. I think it's important for us to explain precisely what will be happening. Yes, we are undertaking an extensive proactive maintenance project from the 22nd of June up until the 29th. However, it's important to note that the maintenance project will not be implemented at a go. So that means not every area will be affected. So we'll be going area by area in different municipalities. For example, on the 22nd of June, we are starting in Mogale City. So only Mogale City will be impacted on that day, and a section of Mogale City. So 1 meter in Mogale City will be impacted. The rest of Mogale City will have water. Only the Bosasa flats will be impacted. Then we skip a day so that the reservoir in Mogale City will recover. Then we move to another area. So it's not at a go, we are moving area by area.
Yeah. So with that in mind and having said that, do you expect or anticipate that at some stage that Gauteng residents, because obviously there will be some water in the pipes still, but will there be a chance that Gauteng residents will not have water at all?
And we don't anticipate that. We will still be pumping. In different systems, we'll be pumping at maybe 50%, obviously reducing the pumping to 50%. So we will be moving area by area, but also not really reducing pumping completely. We will still be pumping at a lower level. But also we have given municipalities a notice, a 21-day notice. This will allow them to come up with contingency plans so that they can manage their storage prior to and during the maintenance period.
Yeah, and it is important. I mean, it's set to begin in about 10 days' time, well, exactly 10 days' time, and there's different municipalities that are going to be affected, as you say. But have you, as Rand Water, engaged with municipal customers to ensure that the impact is very minimal for the residents?
Absolutely, and we have engaged them, and we are continually engaging. We are having our meetings every morning with the 3 metros. So we are really informing them, and we are also ensuring that they have sufficient storage in terms of capacity when it comes to that period. Also, the reason why we are undertaking this maintenance is because it's a low season for us in terms of the water demand. We know that, yes, people still need to use water, but the demand is quite low during this time of the year.
Yeah.
So we are preparing for the high seasons, obviously spring and summer. Hence, we are undertaking this project during this time.
So several cities and provinces have been battling with increased water shortages and supply disruptions. It happens all of the times, and we've been seeing it happening over particularly the last recent weeks. Is there a reason for these water disruptions, and could this perhaps maintenance that you're embarking on be one of the reasons behind it?
Leanne, okay, maybe just to emphasize, this is a project that we always undertake every year as Rand Water. Maybe it's the communication that we have enhanced, so it's part of our asset management strategy. With regards to water shortages in the past, I think it's important to interrogate and understand exactly what happened. In other instances, it's because we were not having power supply, so we are not able to pump water. In other areas, it would be a municipality having a problem, to be a localized problem. I think it's important to interrogate and understand precisely what happened. If there is a pipe burst, it would be a localized matter. A municipality will come in and fix the issue.
Which is very important, because I mean at the end of the day, you know, it is crucial, and we know this. It's very crucial for Rand Water to be proactive in maintenance. This obviously is for long-term reliability and to maintain the quality of the water that we are getting for that supply infrastructure. But I suppose an important question, and I probably can preempt the answer already, how would you describe Rand Water's water supply infrastructure at the moment? I mean, is it in dire need of maintenance? Is it being well kept? Where are we at the moment?
I would say it's well kept, in line with the asset and strategy management in terms of assets management. So it is well kept. We are really maintaining. Every year we do have a budget to look after our infrastructure. But remember, Rand Water is a company that is over 120 years. So the infrastructure is old. So as we repair, we augment, we replace, so that the system works and functions properly, and we are able to supply our customers with water.
So let's talk directly to customers now, because in the beginning we briefly mentioned that, you know, there's some municipalities and areas that will be affected. Perhaps we can go a little bit deeper into that, how it's going to work. You know, you've said it's been balanced out, one day on, one day off, all of those kind of things. But perhaps we can give a little bit more detail so people are aware as to what to expect going forward.
All right. I think what's important to mention is that people should not panic. We've heard stories that people are starting to stockpile water. If we do that, reservoirs are going to run empty, Leanne. So what we are making a commitment is we are still going to be pumping. Yes, it will be at a reduced level at different dates. So it does not mean we'll not have water from the 22nd up until the 29th of July. It's area by area. I think that's the first thing that we need to emphasize. But also municipalities, they do have contingency plans in terms of managing their storages, and we are moving, as indicated, area by area. For example, with Johannesburg, we're starting on the 24th of June. It will be Johannesburg and Ekurhuleni, and we will be pumping at 50%. So the reduction at 50%, that means there will still be water, and then we will move and maybe wait for another 2-3 days, then we move to another area. So I think the most important thing is do not panic. There will still be water.
Yeah.
If there are challenges, municipalities will have roaming tankers, but we are not foreseeing any challenges. Hospitals will be sorted, clinics, schools will be sorted.
Yeah, goodness, we hope so, because as I hear a lot of people around me saying, they always say that, and then there is unfortunately a problem, and then the resident lands up getting affected and can't find water. To be sure, will you at least have water tankers on standby? Will there be alternative sources if people do in fact need it and you do find that you run out of water?
Oh, yes. Remember, Rand Water is a bulk water supply. We supply municipalities. But in our engagements with municipalities, we have agreed that municipalities will have water tankers on standby should there be challenges.
All right, which is important. And then, of course, just, you know, last year's 40-hour maintenance, this was a big one. It affected some parts of Johannesburg for up to 2 weeks as water systems struggled to recover. I hope there were lessons learnt last time. Can residents expect the same this year?
Leanne, yes, there were lessons learned, but also I can indicate precisely what happened last year. We were struggling with power supply around that time. So as the system was recovering, we were also getting power trips. There was power failure, hence the system took longer to recover. In terms of maintenance, we did complete the project on time, but the recovery period was longer due to power supply challenges.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's hope the load reduction won't play a role in all of this now, because that's something that we're all dealing with. But Makenosi Maroo, thank you for talking to us. I know for residents, if they want to find out where exactly and the timing of their affected, are the timetables and everything on the website, on the Rand Water website, or where do we find the information?
Yes, there is a schedule on our website, but also municipalities are drilling down into different areas that will be impacted. When I say impacted, obviously we're saying we are pumping, but at a reduced level. So municipalities do have that information on their social media platforms, on their websites.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for talking to us. Makenosi Maroo is the Rand Water spokesperson. Remember, Rand Water are going to embark on an extensive maintenance work program. It's going to be carried out for an unprecedented amount of time. It's really close on 40 days, 37 days, I think is what they're expecting. 22nd of June to the 29th of July. Different municipalities in Gauteng affected at that time. Please check out that Rand Water website and also your municipality to see if your area is going to be affected and when it will be affected.